Hey everyone, welcome to What's Poppin', a pop culture podcast where we dissect the hottest controversy and entertainment news of the week. Today we're going to talk about Joe Keery Taco Bell commercials? What? Sadly also a Kim K and Kanye divorce. We're going to get into that. And Dream getting doxxed. What? Another what? The second what of the day. That's how you know today's going to be a good podcast.
More than
It's
just
gonna be a
one.
crazy podcast.
Crazy podcast. But before we do all that, let me introduce the cast here with me today. I'm joined by the what do I always say? The all-knowing Krista McNair and the ever so talented Ethan Hine. Good at just about everything you make.
That's me. I'm goated. I'm cracked and goated at all times.
But before we also do all that, Krista, you can tell me if you want to cut this out. But Krista got a job.
Yeah! Yeah!
Woo! I'm so excited. I can't wait. I want money.
Yep.
How much do you make? How much do you make?
$9.50.
Whoa, Ethan, whoa.
Never ask a lady how much she makes. Make $9.50. Pretty good, honestly.
Really good. It's better than minimum wage. So.
Mm-hmm. So
It is better.
if
About like
you guys
$2.
ever wanna, if you guys ever want to get Italian street food, I'll be there.
Dope.
All swallowed out.
Yep.
Ready.
All right. We're ready to jump in. Probably should have put this in the intro because this is pretty big. But finally, we can talk about the final episode of Mandalorian review. To be completely honest, it was a long time ago. I've forgotten probably a lot of key details, but we'll talk about
I
it.
remember.
Dude, that's
everything.
from like last year.
Yeah, that's from that. Oh my goodness! Happy New Year, y'all.
Oh yeah.
First pot of the year.
I
First
wish
part of the year,
everyone a
baby.
boring year.
Hopefully.
Uneventful.
Yes. But yes, let's get into the final episode of Mandalorian review. Ethan, tell us about that.
Yes. It was really good. Really good.
Wow, descriptive words.
Yeah. So I got it spoiled for me.
Oh.
Every key detail was spoiled for me.
Who did it?
TikTok.
You can't be on social media if you haven't.
No.
That was your own
Here's
fault.
the thing. Here's the thing. You know how it came out on Friday?
Right.
Friday morning, I open TikTok. First thing I do in the morning. The first video I see, it's like, it's a meme and it's like Luke whenever he's picking up Grogu. And I was like,
could you imagine? Oh, that must be so bad.
I was like, what? No!
You should know better, Ethan.
Yeah, that's a
You can't be on
real
social
rip
media
moment.
when you're
So
trying
that
to
was a
watch
big bummer. And then I like scrolled like two videos, like I scrolled away as fast as I could.
Mhm.
And then like two videos down, it was like The Mandalorian when he had the Darksaber. And I was like, are you kidding me? How?
Yeah.
How is this happening?
Dude, your
And so
algorithm
I
is
just
on
closed
point.
out of TikTok. I just closed out. I was done. I was very upset. But the episode was good. It's very
It was
good.
so good. Yeah, so good. I was, because I don't really read the comics or backstory of a lot of things, because I don't know how to, but I know how to read. I just don't know where to find those resources.
I never learned.
But I was very confused on why, who was it who wanted to fight for the Darksaber? Because if you fight them and you take it, it's yours.
They never end up fighting though.
Right. And I was wondering, like, why is she so pressed to fight this dude? And then I realized.
Honor.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about that as well.
Mm.
I just think, well, obviously the Grogu arc is done.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that.
I'm okay with it, but I am a little sad that means because Luke took Grogu as an apprentice, that he will probably die. Grogu is probably dead.
Why do you
Why'd
say that?
Say that. Gosh.
Because I don't know if you remember this little detail
Don't say it.
in The Last Jedi, but Kylo Ren killed all of Luke's apprentices. All of the younglings died, and Grogu would have been an apprentice at the time because he ages.
But let's hope that him and Luke were on an adventure outside of that.
Yeah.
That's why Luke didn't do anything.
Yeah. Because he had the most important.
It would make sense because Grogu doesn't exist in the new movies. So
That we know of.
I feel
Okay.
like
I'm
we would
holding
have
on,
known
I'm
if he
holding on.
existed. but-
He's probably dead. He's probably dead.
I don't even watch the show, and I'm over here.
But I
That's
hope
the effect Grogu has.
the next
Yeah.
season will be a Siege of Mandalore-esque, like they're trying to reclaim it, because Din has the Darksaber.
Mhm.
And what's her face? The Mandalorian girl, the princess.
Bo-Katan?
Yeah, Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan,
Sorry.
yeah.
Bo-Katan really wants to reclaim Mandalore, so I think he'll probably help them do that since he has nothing else going on. And I think that either she will like marry him into power,
Mhm.
or like they'll fall in love or something, or she'll duel him at the end.
But even if none of those happen, we did get a confirmed news show at the end of the episode.
Oh yeah,
that was
which
fun.
is more big news because we won't have Mando next year. We will have Book of Boba Fett instead.
Mm.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jon Favreau asked to not announce Book of Boba Fett at the whole like
D23?
crazy, the crazy Disney announcement thing, and so they held it out just because they wanted to have the cool announcement at the filing.
Honestly, I'm very happy Jon Favreau made that call because I mean, if it were in that massive thing, I feel like it would have gotten pushed back.
Yeah.
So I think that was a very good call. Very good call. Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting too. How did y'all feel about the Luke? I don't know why I said it like that, but the Luke, like
Cameo.
Uncanny Valley.
Oh.
I think I would have preferred it just be played by Sebastian Stan.
Yes.
But
I mean, he wanted to be part of it. Mark Hamill. So.
Yeah, but it looked really goofy.
It did. It was worse than the Carrie Fisher one.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that.
Also, I don't know if this is true, but I saw somewhere that his moves that he was using against the, what are they called? Dark droids?
The Dark Troopers.
Dark Troopers. I heard the moves that he was using, like his choreography, was basically the same as Darth Vader's in a previous movie.
I think it would have been similar to Darth Vader in Rogue One, because it's a very
that was it. Yeah.
Similar scene. Which makes sense because that's the dopest scene that Darth Vader has ever, is at the end of Rogue One. So I mean, this
pretty baller.
May go down in history as the coolest Luke scene.
You think?
It may.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's highly possible. I don't think there's anything else that, like, combat wise. Obviously, the scene in Last Jedi where he's like dodging all the attacks is really, really cool, but he doesn't attack.
No.
So like him showing his ability.
Also, wasn't that
Mando?
Wasn't that not a hologram, but like
it was a force projection? But
yeah,
he was still there technically in spirit.
Technically, I guess.
You know what else is still here in spirit? Soul. A soul is here.
That was a good transition.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Let's talk about Soul. Krista, have you seen it?
No.
That's all right. Ethan's seen it.
Okay, I have.
All right.
You can spoil it though. You can spoil it.
Okay, I was gonna say we're gonna spoil it. Spoiler warning for Soul. Go watch
Skip
it.
to this time mark that Andy's gonna put on the screen or edit in or something.
Yeah.
Ready? Hey, what's poppin', listeners? I'm Andy Shinoy. At this point, we're about to spoil Soul. So you should skip to insert time here if you don't want to get it spoiled for you. Next, we'll be talking about Joe Curie Taco Bell commercials if you're interested in that. All right, let's get back to the podcast.
You know, when I do those, I channel my inner Spotify ad dude. Like,
Those always crack me up.
I know. It's
Wait,
like,
can you do an impression?
I can try. What does he say? I don't even have premium. I forgot what he says.
Ads?
Yeah, I want to break.
Wait.
I'm so excited.
You want to break from the ads?
Watch this to get the next 30 minutes free, commercial free.
Yeah, next 30
It's never
minutes
30
for
minutes.
free.
It's never 30 minutes. That makes
I mean,
me
it doesn't
so
matter.
mad.
I have Spotify Premium, but
Okay,
Same.
actually, before we talk about Soul, big announcement. I'm now also on Apple Music. I want to try it out. here are my opinions. Spotify is better to find artists, and Apple Music is better to play the artists you already know. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Once you have used both, you need to have like a comprehensive review of which one you think is better.
I've used both. I
Dope.
have been on Spotify for the past few weeks, but I'd used Apple Music for like a year and a half.
All right, is it Soul time?
It's Soul time.
Whatever.
Next episode, we'll talk about Spotify and Apple Music. But now it's
Oh,
Soul
isn't-
time.
Okay.
Okay, what'd you think, Andy?
I freaking love the soundtrack. Of course, it has to have a
Me
good
too,
music. It
me
has to have
too.
good music. The beginning was like, oh, what's going on here? And then it just got so good. It got so
Yes.
freaking good. And I was scared because I thought everybody on Twitter was hyping it up for no reason. And when I watched it was going to be terrible. Exact opposite. The end actually made me, I don't cry at movies. You can show me the saddest movie.
I teared
probably
up.
won't cry. I teared up. I was like, oh shoot, this is kind of sad. This is a really good movie. Like, I really liked Soul.
So
I
like you're not
saw-
going to tell me what the ending is?
Yeah.
No. We will discuss spoilers though. I do want to say this one thing that I thought was really interesting. I was watching a Drew Gooden video today,
Mhm.
and he was discussing how Pixar basically their movies have grown up with the generation they're catered towards. So like released like Toy Story, and then whenever the kids were, and like Monsters Inc., and then when the kids were growing up, they released Toy Story 3, and then when they were in college, Monsters University, and then now they're releasing movies like Coco, Soul, Inside Out that like are very introspective and like get into deep topics, but they're still animated well enough that kids can enjoy them. That
Mhm.
way, they're always catered towards every audience pretty much, which I just thought was super interesting, and I do think it's true because I mean I think that this movie, you could watch it any age and still get something out of it.
Right. I was watching with my dad, and he doesn't show emotion, so it's hard to read him. But while I was watching it with him, I looked over and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute, is that emotion on your face?" And so I felt really good in that moment.
I had a question for you, Andy.
What's your question for me?
Do you think, like, it had this effect on me, so I want to know if it had this effect on you. I
Okay.
feel like it was more powerful to me because we're kind of at the point in our lives where we have to like start deciding what we want to do for the rest of our lives and like what our passion is and whatever.
Mhm.
So
I
I
was
felt like
definitely thinking
it
about that.
impacted me a little more
Right.
than normal.
I was definitely thinking about that too. I was like, oh shoot, because they talk about how your passion is completely different from what you'll do in life, something like that, right? It was
Yeah.
so like you were given this, but that's not what you're gonna do in life, or it's probably not what you're gonna do in life. And so I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh shoot, do I even know what my passion is first before I move on to like what I want to do with the rest of my life? So it did make me think about really deep thoughts like that.
You guys are
Which is
making me
another
go through
reason.
my own thing right now.
Exactly, which is another
like,
reason why
oh my
Soul
God.
is such
Stunning.
a fantastic
It's
movie.
stunning. It's animated so well.
Mhm.
too.
I
Like
really like the
the-
animation.
I hear the
Yeah.
representation is good too.
Oh yeah,
Great
totally.
representation.
What's the what are those things called? The line drawings. The
Oh,
2D, like
I
line
completely
drawing.
forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyways,
Oh
there's these
my
like things.
gosh.
They're animated beautifully, but they're like 2D,
They're
and
really
they're like
creative.
made out of lines. It's super creative.
Yeah.
I just remembered. Isn't the soul who doesn't have a body his companion throughout the movie?
Hmm.
Isn't her name 22 or something?
Yes.
I found out that that's because they've released 22 Pixar Disney movies or Disney Pixar.
Wow.
That's
Actually,
cool.
that
That's
is really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Just a little nugget.
Nugget. Yeah. Okay. That is really cool. I didn't know about that. Thank you, Krista. Very
The
cool.
all-knowing Krista McNair.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's why at the beginning of every podcast, she has that. She's deserved that title. But yeah.
I just scroll on Instagram a lot.
All right.
Okay.
Hey guys, Andy Shinoy back here.
Welcome.
You know what? those are never-
Welcome back to the podcast episode. We're back.
Yeah.
Now that you're back, spoiler-free. If you haven't seen Soul, go watch it. What are you doing? It's
What are you
free.
doing?
If you have Disney Plus,
I was about to say.
if you have Disney Plus, it's free.
Yeah.
And now,
The moment
Joe
you've all been
Keery.
waiting for.
Taco Bell.
Mhm.
I can't even talk about it because I'm just so conflicted. Like,
What are you?
What are you
conflicted
conflicted
about?
because I don't know whether I love it or I'm like, that's gross. You know what I
will
mean?
say,
Gross.
I
I don't
think it's a
understand why it's
little bit
gross.
dumb right now.
What?
I think it's dumb right now. I think it
Yeah.
would have been really good in October, but it's like
You
past
think it should have been
Christmas.
seasonal?
Yes.
I think they started those commercials like that in October, and then they just like were like, "Oh, we're
It's a
bringing back."
horror trailer.
It's if you haven't seen it, just look up Joe Keery Taco Bell, and you'll see the movie we're talking about.
I think it's fun. I think it's funny personally. I think it's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm never gonna eat the product they're selling. I'm just gonna watch the commercial for
No,
him.
but it did definitely make me want to try it.
I mean,
will
I am
say,
hungry right now, so.
They're getting
Oh.
their because I didn't even know they had nacho fries, and I was like, "They have nacho fries? That actually
Don't nacho fries sound kind of enticing though?
sounds pretty good, actually."
Like,
I feel like, is it gonna be like pretzels and cheese?
it's like fries. It's like
it looked
French
like
fry.
a mozzarella stick from Sonic, kind of from the commercial, I think. That's what I was linking it to. But yeah, I'm probably never gonna try it. I don't really visit Taco
So
Bell.
is it really good
But-
I've never been to
advertising
Taco
then?
Bell.
Oh, I think it's very good advertising.
I think it's
First off,
pretty
you have
good
somebody.
because hey, it's pretty good if we're talking about it on a pop culture podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see your point, but also we all said that we wouldn't get the product they're trying to advertise.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's someone that might listen to our podcast and be like, "I don't even know they had."
Also, the point of
It's just dr-
advertising isn't
drumming
for
up
every single
conversation.
person. The point of advertising isn't to get every single person to buy that product. It's to spread the word that that product is available, which is exactly what we're doing right now.
Hey guys,
We
the
are-
product's
It's like-
available.
It's
Yeah.
like when IHOP rebranded to IHOB, and
Mhm.
everyone started talking about it, and so people started going to IHOP because
Right.
everyone was talking about it.
Right.
It's like Starbucks not releasing coffee, but releasing cups.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Isn't there like news about that?
Yeah. Isn't there something that we need to talk about that?
Yeah.
I think I heard something.
Yeah.
Down the grapevine.
Yeah.
Heard down the grapevine.
I've never heard someone use that saying before in real
Really?
life. Oh.
You have?
California raisins. Anyways,
Anyways, Starbucks is releasing their annual holiday cup line. Valentine's. Do they? I don't see. I didn't know if they did Valentine's every year.
I don't visit Starbucks that often.
yeah, I don't-
Neither.
I've never gone to Starbucks during Valentine's.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So they're releasing a cup line. If you guys are collectors or just
What's,
love good
what is that?
Starbucks.
Put it on the screen, Andy, right here.
Oh, can you make your
A
hand a
picture.
little bit bigger? Because I.
Ah!
Oh yeah. I saw some.
Wow, those look great.
Oh, that purple one, kind of cute.
Mhm.
Cafe. Their coffee's
Caffeine.
not even my favorite.
Right here.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Ethan.
Just a cup of Joe.
Mhm.
Joe Mama.
Oh!
Anyway,
Did you
you-
fall for that last podcast?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing up, it's like salt to a wound.
Mhm.
We may have to transition to a little bit of.
Oh yeah. Okay. If you are a person listening to this podcast and have a history of this is a trigger warning. If you have a history with somebody being sexually violent with you, or if you have any history of sexual abuse, I will tell you where to skip right now. So please, I hope we don't trigger you in this next topic. Please skip to the point where I'm projecting on the screen if you are uncomfortable. We will be talking about the Call Me Carson situation. And I think, Ethan, you have the biggest opinion about this.
I do.
Go ahead.
From the original DMs that were shown and discussed, I don't think it's fair to paint the narrative that he is a predator, as our sister news channel, Drama Alert Keemstar, has done.
Your channel.
Because he reported it day of, and he was like, "Call Me Carson's a predator, and these people have come forward." So from the information he had, I don't think he's a predator. I think what's gross is it was an abuse of power, because the age difference was 19. He was 19, and they were 17. But he was a little pushy with them, and the only reason they ended up exchanging nudes was because he's famous and they're his fans.
Mhm.
Do I think he's a predator? Probably. It was also recently discovered that he has about 200 hours in a game called Pregnancy, which is a 20-minute, it's playthrough time of 20 minutes because it's basically just a slideshow. And it is about a 14-year-old girl who gets raped and gets pregnant.
It's educational, by the way.
And he has 200 hours in that game. So he's played through
That's
it.
definitely very suspect.
And it does include the scene that
He's played through it at least 10 times.
Yeah.
Which is a little ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I watched a YouTube video and a Twitch live stream from Papa Gut. I don't know if many of you know him. Because he was the only one who I saw was fairly reporting about this, because Keemstar definitely let out a lot of details. And in the first place, I don't really like Keemstar at the beginning of the day. But so I was watching this Papa Gut video, and he brought up a lot of good points. He's on the side that Call Me Carson is not guilty of anything, which I don't 100% agree with, because he's definitely showing some very strange...
I still think it was just an abuse of power. And that's obviously... That's not illegal, but it's wrong.
Technically, by law, 1719 is illegal, but it's only 2 years.
No, there's things like the Romeo and Juliet law.
But that doesn't come into play in this situation.
It would. It's 2 years.
But they're not in a
and the age of
relationship.
consent.
What is
and
the
they
Romeo
weren't
and
in a
Juliet law, for those
the
who don't
Romeo and
know?
Juliet law is basically if you're in a relationship with someone who, but like before you turn 18, and then you turn 18 and you're still in a relationship with this person, you can legally be in that relationship.
Am I wrong? But is the age of consent not 17?
It's
I know
16 in the state of Texas.
In Texas, it's 17.
It's 16. We went over this.
Oh, well.
17 is when you legally become, like you can't, no wait, 17 I think is the last year where you can have like charges still dropped once you reach 18, or maybe that's from 16 to 17. But
anyways, the 2 years age gap is not the problem. It's the blatant power. I mean, he was just power hungry, really.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted to flex how much power he had. He's a 19-year-old kid, and it's wrong and bad, and I think he deserves repercussions for it. Obviously not jail time, but, you know.
Do you think he has received, not all, but some repercussions with people somewhat canceling him? I mean...
I know that his best friend even went on record, like talking about it and being like, "No, I don't like that."
The Lunch Club, and they've disbanded. And apparently, they disbanded because he told them over the summer, and none of them are friends with him anymore because apparently he said he'd stop, and he never did. All of his YouTuber friends are no longer friends with him anymore. He's losing a lot of his subscribers. His career is pretty much over. I don't really see how you could bounce back from this, especially since he's the one. The victims never came forward. He was the one who admitted he did it. And so it's like, usually in a situation like this, there's a potential to bounce back because, you know, like with Pro Jared, he was able to disprove some things. Parasitical was able to disprove some things. Yeah, James Charles. But when the predator comes forward, you know, and walks into the trap, like that's on them.
Yeah.
So you said that he talked to his friends about it in the summer and like told them about the situation. That doesn't mean he distributed any photos, did he?
No.
Okay.
He apologized to them. He was like, "Hey, I just sexted a minor, 2 to be exact, but I'm gonna stop because I feel horrible." And then
Are they both 17?
Yeah.
They were both? Okay. He's guilty in the place of doing a bad action. But if we're talking legally, I don't know. Because like you said, it is a 2-year difference. And there is a law that he could potentially use in defense. But
it would be hard to prove a Romeo and Juliet law if the other person isn't identified or isn't.
I think if he wasn't famous, if he wasn't famous, this wouldn't be a discussion at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm assuming, I don't know, but I feel like this would happen every day. So,
Yeah.
Somebody gets caught lacking and then,
Luckily, he had friends to keep him in check.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently, he was in a really bad place too, and that's the only reason they stayed by his side for so long, because he was in like a dark, dark place, and they were worried if any sudden changes, he was gonna end his own
do a
life.
bad thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they were they would talk to him for hours, and then they got word that it had happened again, and he had never stopped, and that's when they decided to cut ties and come. They were the ones who actually came forward about it.
Wait, so who came forward, him or his friends?
They did, and then he did afterwards.
Okay. Well,
there's
is that it?
Yeah.
End of that.
Okay, that is it. Hello,
Welcome back,
everybody
people.
who skipped. Hello. Hi. Now we're going to talk about divorce. Yay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye. I kind of saw this coming
I
because
did too.
Kim Kardashian wants to focus on her law career, and Kanye is going off the rails, kind of. Well,
But-
I think he's okay now, but there was that period there where he was refusing to take medication. He went on
And
the
it
Joe
was
Rogan
around
podcast.
the anniversary of his mother's death.
Yeah, he went on the Joe Rogan podcast. He sounded completely normal. I'm not gonna lie. I listened to the whole thing. He sounded like a very normal person. He sounded like a rapper. He sounded like a pop star. He sounded very formal, I guess would be the word, but you're on the Joe Rogan podcast. You're not going to be formal. But yeah.
I heard somewhere that one of the things that finally put into Kim Kardashian's mind that she wanted some sort of change or to end something was when he released the information about her considering an abortion in 2013 with their first child, North. After he released that information, is that the name of their first child, North?
Yeah, Northwest.
Yeah. After that, that's when she was like, okay, we need to lay down some boundaries or talk about things, because that is a private conversation that you don't talk to reporters about without me.
So you're saying this has been on her mind for 7, now I guess 8 years? That's
No. When she revealed, or when Kanye
talked,
it. Yeah, when he talked.
Okay, so
a year ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I was about to say
7 months ago.
Yeah.
I know. Imagine. Gosh.
But yeah. I mean, Kim Kardashian and Kanye, when I was growing up, and the stuff that I watched was always this is the staple relationship. It was Beyonce and Jay-Z.
The power couple.
Yeah, it was Beyonce and Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian, Kanye. And then, Travis Scott kind of came from the depths, but
I think they were a staple TV couple or celebrity couple.
Mm-hmm.
But
I also heard something about them doing this because Kim Kardashian and the Jenners, or just the Kardashians and the Jenners, were getting their show on Hulu, I think. They were doing their joint show. I don't think that would be a reason for divorce, though. I mean, but that was something circulating. I think that's still rumored or proven false. But
I don't think a divorce would be a stunt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of stuff in the they've both evolved together. I believe that. She's changed. Looking back, you'll see a clear difference between the type of person she was and is now. I don't know about him. I never really paid attention to Kanye West.
Kanye is very driven. That's something about him. If he puts his mind to something, he will get it done. I've seen that through what he's done, except for the presidency. But most of what he does,
went through with it. It's just he didn't get votes.
That's true. He did go through with it, but it didn't end that well. Also, something that didn't end up very well was the rumors about Kanye and Jeffree Star having a relationship. That's something that spun out because of this divorce news. I'm pretty sure it's completely false.
It was a troll.
It stemmed from a TikTok, a girl on TikTok who wanted some clout. And so she was like, there's a male member of the beauty community that's sleeping with Kanye West, and so everyone thought it was Jeffree Star.
Those people
he moved to Wyoming, and Jeffree Star moved to Wyoming, and Kanye was staying at his house in Wyoming. So they were like,
I mean, you know who she is, right? The TikToker.
Mm-mm.
She was the one who, at the beginning of the coronavirus, started the Corona Challenge. and was licking toilet seats.
I never heard about that.
The
I
look on
did.
Ethan's face. So yeah, she's not very trustworthy.
Don't say her name. I don't want to give her any free clout.
Yeah.
I don't even know her name. I just know her from
off our
that.
millions of listeners.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, hundreds of thousands of millions, billions. I mean,
Trillion,
But-
if you will.
if you will.
If you will.
Aliens listen to our podcast.
I will.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting coupling, if it were to be true.
I do think it's funny.
I was literally talking to someone about it today, and they were like, "That's complete no," and I was like, "I don't know. Things are adding up.
Things are starting to.
There's a little bit too many facts, you know.
I'm
just-
connecting the dots."
Speaking of rumors, Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde
Seen at a wedding.
holding hands.
A lot of people are very mad at Harry Styles right now because they were first seen at a wedding, not social distancing, sharing a drink with each other. And people are thinking that this is very hypocritical because his merch is very 6 feet apart. Don't socialize, stay away from
But
each
if
other.
they're dating, then it's not.
Right, right.
But they are shooting a movie together, which
another
they
thing.
do get daily COVID tests.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's still iffy to share a drink
Right.
and to like not be masked together, but I understand if they're doing the daily tests.
Yeah.
Not fully, but like I kind of get where they're like, oh, maybe we get some leeway. But apparently, I think their romance has been confirmed. And apparently her ex-husband, who she divorced November last year, he's apparently
Last year as in
heartbroken.
2020 or last year as in 2019?
2020.
Okay.
He's heartbroken.
Bummer. Can't really
Look at-
compete with Harry Styles.
Yeah, if Harry Styles says, I like you, you drop him. You got to drop whoever you're with. It's law.
It is it's the sad part about being a man. It really is.
I mean, Harry doesn't discriminate. Maybe he'll ask you.
Yeah, you're right. Are we gonna start skipping around, or are we gonna just continue with the list?
We can continue. We can always start another Zoom call, of course. But something I didn't know about that Krista brought up, a makeup artist has been given damehood, which is like knighting someone. It's the opposite of knighting someone.
It's not the opposite. It's just
it's related.
they
female
take
version.
they take it away.
Take their knighting away. They like reverse do the knighting thing.
They just cut them.
they pull it back.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's a Black female makeup artist. Her name is Pat McGrath. I know I'm saying it right, but I feel like my pronunciation is just bad.
Do you know why she was deemed damehood?
No.
Still, that's very cool. I think that's
That's
very
bad
cool.
on
Way
me.
to be
You caught
way to
me
be
lacking.
Krista Allman knowing there.
Yeah.
You caught me lacking. Oh,
Oh,
I just gave you a different nickname than normal.
yeah.
what'd you say?
Krista All McKnowing.
I like that. I like
Wow.
that.
It's so
I
good to
kinda like
have a
that too.
Mick last name.
That's funny.
You can almost do it with anything, if you have a Mick
Yeah.
last name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
McDonald. Never heard that
Ooh.
one before.
Never. Oh
Not
my
anymore.
gosh. Maybe I can be old Miss Donald. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Never mind.
Man. Second
was
time
really bad.
we caught you lacking.
That
This
was
is
really bad.
it's not looking good for you, Krista.
Oh yeah,
It's
that
really
doesn't
not.
make sense. Why did that take me so long?
My bad. I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention to myself.
Old Mr. Donald.
Anyways,
Anyway.
you guys ever watch Avatar?
Yeah, I think we've
Mhm.
talked about it several times in the pod.
I got a new sweatshirt and it's Avatar themed.
Ooh.
It's really cool. It has
Wow.
like the 4 elemental symbols on the
Mhm.
front,
Did y'all
really
know the firebender in the intro is Azula?
Yes.
Interesting fact there.
Did
Very
you know
interesting
that
fact.
in Legend of Korra, the opening is Sozin, Korra, Tenzin, and Kyoshi?
I did know that.
Well,
Man, good for you.
Yeah.
you know what else?
You out here knowing
What
things.
else?
The lady who voiced Azula in Avatar: The Last Airbender is confirmed to be in WandaVision.
Do we know as who?
No, I don't.
Just man,
Confirmed.
Maybe she's just a background character.
You're lacking quite a bit.
I'm
in this
not
episode.
lacking. That was the only information I was able to find.
Okay.
They never said who her character was or if it was
Okay,
just her voice.
Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's actually exciting.
I follow her on TikTok.
I know she does a lot of voice acting, but I didn't think she did a lot of regular acting.
Andy, what's her name?
Her name is Gray, with an E, Gray, Delisle Griffin. I'm assuming it's Delisle because in history class today we talked about the Carlisle School and it's spelled the exact same.
I just need to make a comment. I'm looking at our notes right now and I had Andy write down her name and I said it was Gray with an E.
And she put an E at the end.
Did I put the E in the wrong spot?
Yes.
Where's the
Grey? Gray.
Oh no! I
God.
did Graye. I was wondering, like, what is the point of the A, or what is the point of the E there? Like, it doesn't add to the word. Okay, thank you.
That is so
All right.
funny.
It is funny because I am not the best at understanding
Typing.
context clues and typing. I'm very bad at typing when you talk to me.
Gosh,
I think I can
so
type really
funny.
well, but when I'm doing like a stenographer in the courtrooms where they
Yeah.
like do that, I would be so bad at that job. There would be
They
mistakes
have
all
like their
over
own
the place.
code. It's so
Oh
interesting.
yeah, their keyboards are so cool.
I'm gonna switch gears real fast.
Switching.
When does this podcast come out?
Saturday mornings is when I try to get them out. Audio version
When is Saturday?
tomorrow.
No, but like, what part of the week is Saturday?
The end of the
Oh
week?
my goodness, it's the weekend. It's the weekend, Ethan.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is the weekend.
Anything else that we know about the weekend?
I think there's something else we know about the
He's
weekend.
a singer.
Well, yeah, but other than any recent news about the weekend,
Yes, he revealed
any
his face.
publicity stunts.
Was it a publicity stunt? I don't know.
Music
far as we know.
videos. It was
As
a
far as
music
we know.
video.
Look, whoever, either it's a really amazing makeup artist, like the one who was deemed Dame Hood,
Or a really bad plastic surgeon.
or really bad idea, really bad plastic surgery. I will put a picture up right now so that you can be horrified by what we had to see
Why
today.
did I try to like
But-
reach into your box?
Stay out, stay out. It's funny because you say that my box is over there, but I actually have you in a split window, so you're under me.
Yeah, you're under
Oh,
me too.
so am I
I'm next
not-
to
am I
Andy.
not-
Andy,
am I
can you
not-
touch my hand?
No, you're above me.
Oh.
So I
Oh, whoa,
Five.
watch out, Ethan. Whoa.
Andy, high five.
Boom. It's
Yeah.
gonna look very weird because it's not recording how I see it. It's recording how y'all see it.
so we're just randomly like
Which
one was
is another
high-fiving
reason why you should
anyone.
watch the video version of this podcast too, because you can see all the funny hijinks we get ourselves into, much like the funny hijink of the weekend's face. I mean, it is very, it's giving me like Michael Jackson in his later year vibes.
I think he's
Very
trying
giving me-
to send a message, but he's been hyping up his like plastic surgery over the past few days, and then
Mhm.
it finally released, and he kind of looks like Freddy Fazbear.
He looks like Kanye Starr.
Yeah, he does.
I do Starr. Yeah. Yeah.
But
He looks like
Um,
the worst mix of both of them.
I actually listened to the song. I like the song. It's
Oh yeah, the
vibey.
song's pretty amazing. I haven't listened to it. The song's pretty amazing. It's just his face is
And
not
this
amazing.
This is some tea about the music video.
So what's the tea?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just speculation that the female, like his co-star in the music video, is supposed to be like Selena Gomez.
Didn't they date?
Yeah,
Did they?
but according to different sources, it was a PR stunt.
Yeah, I heard about
Because
that.
in an interview, Selena Gomez was like, "Oh, I haven't dated in like 5 years," even though she
Mhm.
was in a relationship with him during that time. So people are like,
Relationship.
excuse me.
Mhm.
I see.
Another thing people were excuse me about was JoJo Siwa's game scandal. It's a board game, right? Or is it like a?
Mhm. It's
okay.
a card game.
It's a card game that has some very questionable questions.
What do you
like
have
that?
any
Questionable
specifics? Questionable question.
No, I don't have any specifics, but I did. My
do.
For You page was clutch that one day because I got her apology thing. I watched it. It was a minute long as TikTok allows, but almost 3 minutes. We might be getting that update, but anyways, it
I know, I'm
was.
waiting for that.
Uh,
I know, right? Anyway, the 5 Minute Crafts is already doing it. They're posting like 5 minute long videos, but she was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know these questions." Or Jojo Siwa was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know these questions were in the game. My team just kind of said, yeah, put your face on it or something like that." And I was thinking like,
should probably
play the game,
yeah,
before you
Should know a
it's
few
your
things.
put
game.
your face on it.
So I have some of the questions if you guys would like to hear them.
For sure. And if they're bad, then I will play a very long beep.
That'll be
over
funny.
them.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to say some no stuff just to hear the beep.
No.
But I won't. Okay.
Okay.
I won't. I'm good. Anyways.
Simp.
So this game was made for like 6+.
Mhm.
Wait.
And one of the questions is, have you learned the art of twerking? Has anyone ever walked in on you while you were naked?
That one's not that bad.
It's kind of sus to act as like
Have
a
you ever-
6, 7 year
Pretty
old.
bad.
Have you ever
what?
taken money from someone's purse or wallet without asking?
You should if you haven't. You should try it.
whoa.
Do it right now.
Whoa, Ethan, sending the wrong message, man.
Yeah, come on.
We're
Sorry,
against
all the
theft.
6-year-olds listening. Don't.
Issue your apology.
We do have a 0 to
Sorry,
16 aged audience.
I didn't know that these questions were going to be in the podcast. My PR team just told me to put my face on it.
Yeah.
All right. Any other ones, or is that it? 'Cause that's
I mean,
not fair.
there's more, but like,
Those, I don't
wanna
think they're
look
that
for
bad. The
that.
twerking
Read
ones
the
are
worst
yeah.
one.
the worst one. Go ahead.
I'm gonna need time. So like,
Scrolling?
Hey,
Okay.
I'll stall with some very sad news. Saddest news of all time.
Mhm.
The PogChamp emote has been removed off of Twitch.
Do we know why?
Yes,
Why?
because the guy's racist.
Hmm.
So I don't know if y'all know this, but some things have been happening in our country recently, that have been kind of crazy.
Mhm.
If you ask me. And there have been some violent things happening, and the guy who is the emote may have gone on Twitter and said some not only racist things but encouraged violence, and that is bad. And so Twitch made the executive decision to get rid of the emotes, and they're going to replace it with another popular streamer's face, I'm assuming, but
Mhm.
it's not going to be the
I
same.
saw something on Twitter a
won't be the same.
long time ago, before we even knew this dude was racist, about how the word "pog" itself was racist. It was a baseless argument by an SJW, so But I was reading the whole thread, and I was like, "Are you serious? Like, how can you be this sensitive?" And then, of course, this had to happen, and I was like, "Okay, well, they had a point." I feel kind of dumb now.
points
But-
are made.
But yeah, it's very
Points were made.
sad.
Oh yeah, points are made.
You're still allowed, like, it's unlike simp, or you may have to censor me here, Andy. It's unlike simp or
Wait, is that a
the other
bad
one-
word?
the other one,
Why do you say bleep? Is that a no word?
because it's banned on Twitch.
Oh, why is it banned on Twitch?
I don't know, but you could get banned for saying it. But it's unlike that, where you could still say pog. It just the emote doesn't exist anymore, which is kind of a bummer. Do you have the worst one yet, or do you need me to move on?
One of the questions is, have you ever been arrested?
That's a little strange to ask a 6-year-old.
Asking a 6+-year-old.
Another
Huh.
one is, have you ever gone outside without wearing underwear? Bathing suit does not count.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
ever
pretty
walked-
bad.
I'm very happy now that she is detached
She handled
from
it
this porn
great.
game.
I think she
She
did
did.
a great job
Yeah.
with her.
At least
I
it's
watched the
6
apology and I was
plus
like-
and not 6 minus.
Because she didn't pretend to do this, and then she didn't pretend like she was crying. She was like, she
She's
said
mature.
the facts. She was
Yeah.
mature. I was surprised. I was very. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Have
very,
you ever
very surprised.
walked in on someone naked or had someone walk in on you?
That's pretty bad.
Have you same one, the money one? I found the original video that was exposing. It says she has for the twerking one. Have you learned the art of twerking? In parentheses, it says she has.
As in JoJo
because
Siwa?
yeah,
Oh.
like I think they're like because she has, you should.
You should too.
Yeah.
And send
Kissed a
videos to the
boy. Yeah, send it to this email address.
Oh, that's so sad.
Call me Carson.
What?
Having briefing from Ethan.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's questions like that.
Moving swiftly along.
Yeah.
Trump.
Yep.
This
Trump.
has been such a heavy episode, yo. Anyways.
Trump.
Yes.
As of an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago, he has been permanently banned or permanently suspended from Twitter. No more Trump tweets.
Are we allowed to make our political opinions known on the podcast?
It's your
Don't worry.
You can if you want to. I think it's pretty obvious. I think it's very
Let's
obvious
go!
what's poppin' skews, but it is very important for the art of debate that we look at both sides. It's hard to look at both sides when one side is blatantly racist, but it's important to look at both sides. Because if we don't look at all the sides, we're going to miss a lot of key details. So that's my mantra. That's my morals.
And before
so yeah.
any of the listeners form an opinion on this, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You're a little
Okay,
quiet
sorry.
on my end, but
Okay. Before you guys form an opinion, make sure to do research, see the reasons he was banned, what kind of tweets he was putting out, stuff like that, just so you don't go out there without being educated on it.
I think we should go over it. The reason he was banned is not because Twitter disagrees with him. It is because he went against their terms of service.
he was actively inciting violence, is what they were pretty much saying.
Civil
Something like that.
Unrest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then do you know those guys or those people who make you know those pop things with the big heads and the small bodies and they're like bobbleheads? What are they
Pop
called?
figures, yeah.
Funko?
Pop figures, okay. Yeah.
Funko Pops.
They had a
So-
very funny tweet reply to one of his tweets. It's explicit, so we're not going to say it, but it's on meme accounts across the country. You can go find it.
I will.
And I thought it was fake, so I went to their account, and the first tweet I saw was, "I said what I said." I was like, "Okay, it's real. It's real."
That's funny.
So yeah, I thought it was very funny because it's coming from a corporation that is so innocent in my eyes, but you know.
Next up on the docket, Dream. Got
Oh, I thought you were gonna go from docket to docs, but
Yeah.
Next up on the docket,
Doxing?
Doxing.
Brexit.
Brexit.
Breakfast.
No, we're going way off. Oh wait,
Bacon.
what you do before breakfast? You're probably sleeping.
You're
And you know
probably
what you do when
sleeping.
you're sleeping? You dream.
Dream.
Boom.
Oh, baby!
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so
Another
we're
one
probably
bites the dust.
celebrating because Dream was in fact doxxed. If you don't know what doxing means or who Dream is, a little bit of context. Dream is a 15 million subscribed YouTuber who plays Minecraft, does Minecraft speedrunners or speed
And for some reason, only 70% of his the viewers are subscribed.
Yeah, what the
So
heck?
if you're
What's up
part
with
of that 30%, subscribe.
He absolutely blew up this year.
Mhm.
And his whole gimmick is that he doesn't show his face. There's been a lot of conversation recently about stan culture and how it's harmful and how he should address it. He did address it, and he said, I like stan culture. I think it's fine. I think stans are different than stalker fans, and y'all are sharing the definition, and I don't think they're the same thing. And so I'm going to encourage stans because they're the most creative and friendly community ever. And a lot of people disagree. And doxing is when a person's personal information is leaked on the internet. So someone doxed Dream. They released his IP, his address, his social security number at one point. That was taken down though. His phone number, his real full name, his like mortgage information.
I've always wondered, how do people get this?
I have
And
no
also,
idea.
what's the point?
Exactly. What is the point? Like,
And his face and his 14-year-old sister's face.
Whoa. I didn't know about that.
So
That's not okay. That is
Two
really not
things.
People
okay.
Two
morally
things.
do that.
The face and his sister's face have not been seen by majority of people because you have to look very hard for him, and most of his stands respect his privacy. I saw them on accident because I was trying to find the docs in preparation for this episode. I did find it because I wanted to make sure that everything that people were like rumoring was true.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. His full real name is on there, his phone number, his address, everything. And they get in detail about like his home life too. They talk about how his mother couldn't afford their house payment and they had to take a loan, different things like that. But the big rumor going around right now is that it was some of his stands that did this, and I just want to say right now, 100%, my dog's barking in the background. That is completely incorrect. It was a hater. I don't know if there's a name for like hardcore dream haters, but nightmares.
Raiders.
It was a nightmare.
I like that.
Who doxed him. And you could just tell by the things they said. Some interesting information to come out of this. Apparently, Dream. People are defending Dream and saying this is wrong, and other people are saying it's fine because Dream used to dox people for a living, which is true. That came out in the docs, but he doxed criminals for the police. He would find their address and IP and stuff, and he was paid for it. Like he did it for a job. But
well, then there's no comparison.
The big scandal out of this was, hang on, give me 2 seconds. Pause the podcast. I need to let my dog in here. She's barking like crazy.
I thought he was just going to start yelling at his dog.
Are his headphones Bluetooth?
Oh, I
Or does he just have a really long wire?
Nah, they're Bluetooth.
Man.
Can he still hear us?
He probably
Wave
can.
if you can hear us. Wave.
Creepy.
Spooky.
I always thought they were wired. They're Bluetooth? What? How long is that wire?
Confusion?
Oh, you have one of those gamer headphones, huh?
It's just long.
You'll never know. You'll never know.
Never know. Oh, wow.
Anyways, back to the podcast. Not my dog's inside and not barking. Apparently, he got a hold of the docs before it went viral. And he replaced some of the information that would have been damning, like his phone number, his address, with
his IP.
His IP, his SSN. Although I think the SSN was just taken out. He slyly replaced it with another person's information so that he wouldn't get doxxed, but he doxed just a random person. And then that gained some popularity, but then it was proven false. But then the actual real docs came out recently. So this whole situation is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's a little bit
turns.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit scummy on his part, but I also understand that he was just trying to protect himself and his family. Because there are crazy people that are going to show up, but I also think you need to have some courtesy for others, and it is a little bit. It's like it comes down to like, would you push a button that would kill a random person if it was going to save your family's life? And I don't know. I think it was a little bit scummy, but I also understand where he's coming from. I think doxing is bad, and I think it wasn't his stand's fault. Now we can move on. Those are my main points.
Yeah. Okay. Krista brought this up. I don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but RuPaul's Drag Race has changed their catchphrase. What's up with that, Krista?
So after technically 12 seasons of the original show, plus 5 seasons of All Stars, they finally changed their catchphrase that they usually do before the episode fully airs to be more gender inclusive, because there's been controversy in the past with the show about who's allowed to be a drag queen and who's allowed to be on the show. In the past, it's only been males pardon me for that. I take that back. being drag queens. And recently on season 13, they have their first ever transgender male. And last season, or a few seasons ago, they did have someone who was a male at the time and has now transitioned into a female. 2 or 3 contestants have, but this is the first one that's female to male. And they are drag queen, or he is a drag queen. And so to be more gender inclusive, they've changed the catchphrase from "Gentlemen, start your engines and may the best woman win" to "Racers, start your engine, may the best drag queen win." So I thought that was a lot positive tidbit that we could use because this has been kind of a downer episode.
Yeah. I don't watch the show, but based off of the former catchphrase and the new one, I already like the new one better. So yeah, I think that is very cool on RuPaul's Drag Race part.
Yeah. So if you guys watch the show, hope you guys like it now. I have not seen like 3 seasons. I'm behind. And it's only because they changed networks and I just don't have the network. And I've yet to buy it off YouTube TV.
Is it on YouTube TV? I could have sworn it was on Hulu.
They have 6 seasons. The first 6. So, and then YouTube TV, you can buy a season for like $24.99.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Another cool thing, Fallout 5 is possibly in development.
You guys play Fallout?
Not a big Fallout guy.
Andy?
I don't really play Fallout, but I do know a lot of people who like Fallout. I was in middle school. I was surrounded by the Fallout
I was in
crowd.
middle school too.
Were you really?
Yeah, middle school?
You know what? I talked to a lot of people. Apparently, a lot of people are in middle school. You know, I didn't realize that.
Actively
I thought,
in middle school or
not actively in middle school, but I do not
Okay.
talk to anybody from 5th grade to 8th grade because I try to forget those years, except for 8th grade. I had a really good 8th grade year, but anyways.
You did. You were kind of iconic.
You kind of were Mr. Middle School.
Speech.
Mr. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. Middle School.
Don't want to expose you.
Definitely almost just doxed myself there. But so yeah. But anyways, I was surrounded by the Fallout crowd for like half of my middle school years. Which is why I thought that this was pretty cool because I know that they were very, very, very obsessed with Fallout, and I think that they would be going crazy right now if they knew that Fallout was in development. Why are you confused?
Okay, so the whole thing with Fallout is that it's like post-apocalyptic.
Elliptic, yeah.
Say that. Post-apocalyptic. How do you say
Still
it?
something wrong. Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic.
I think actually you said it fine.
I don't think I did.
It sounds weird.
Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic.
You say it fast, nobody knows. So just say it fast. Boom.
So yeah, that's the whole thing about it, right?
Yeah.
And does it follow one character? Is it like free range game, or is there a story? What's up with it?
There's a story.
Definitely. Yeah.
It follows your own character that you make, but every game is its own story.
Is it like different types of situation of how the world ends, or what?
No, I think it's the same one every time. I think
Then
it's
what makes them special?
different people in different areas, but I couldn't tell you. I've never played. So yeah, it's its own story, but it's at different points in time after this Fallout.
Okay, so it's different points in time.
As far as I know.
I hope it is.
I could be completely incorrect. Send us a voice message if you're a big Fallout fan and I'm wrong.
On Anchor.
Yeah. Oh. I might copy and paste this to the beginning of the podcast, but thank you so much to the person who sent that voice message to us. We've heard it, we've listened to it, and we are all so happy. I'm at least happy. I'm sure you guys are too. So I'll speak on your behalf. It really did.
It definitely put things in perspective that like people actually do listen.
Right. Like outside of direct family, like people are listening. I want to say thank you so much. I'm happy that we can play such a big role in your life, and I hope that we continue to. And I hope that you are having a great time listening to this podcast.
And we're sorry for the few weeks that we didn't post.
Right.
Brush your teeth.
Oh, my teeth kind of look white if I'm not tuning my own horn.
Uh-oh. White teeth, Krista. This episode has proven that you're no longer the all-knowing Krista.
No,
you're the white
lacking.
teeth, Krista.
You're the white teeth, Krista. You're the all-make-knowing. What did I say? Krista, the all-make-knowing.
Yeah. You want to know a secret?
What?
Ooh, what's the secret?
I haven't been to the dentist in like 3 years.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I haven't
Capitalism.
been to the dentist in a little while. A little while. It's been a while, but I think I'm doing pretty good dental wise. So
You could say that your teeth are as white as the moon.
I dare say.
The,
You know
the,
who
the,
else?
you know what else? The moon.
You know what else is the
exists?
opposite of being damehood? Being knighted.
What did I miss? Oh.
Wait. No, I first have to ask, what did you think you were transitioning to when
No,
you
I
said
was
the moon?
transitioning the right thing. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
I forgot that
I was just bringing
You
it up in
spelled
order for
it.
it to complete it.
you spelled it wrong, so I got confused. Yes,
okay.
Moon Knight in the Marvel universe.
You did spell
Oh,
it
so
wrong.
I just forgot the space. I was wondering. I didn't
No,
think there
there's
was
a
The
K.
K.
Oh.
Anyways,
Boom. Added the K.
Andy's poor spelling aside.
Again.
Oscar Isaac, from known best for his role as Poe Dameron in Star Wars, is confirmed to be playing.
Yeah, I hate that.
Moon Knight, who is a mentally unstable superhero in the Marvel universe.
Is he a superhero or anti-hero?
He is like Marvel's Batman, except if he wasn't as rich and wasn't as sane.
Oh, I thought you were about to say cool. I was about watch your tone.
No, he's cool. I think he's super cool.
So in recent years, though, it had been rumored for a while that Keanu Reeves would be cast as Moon Knight. So I got to be honest, it's gonna take time. I'm definitely gonna get over it, but low-key sad.
I don't
Low-key
see
sad.
Keanu Reeves as an actor anymore. I see him as an icon.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So-
god! I thought you were about to like trash
Wholesome
him.
Chungus moments. So.
Mhm.
He's great. He has a girlfriend. He's living his life.
He's not aging. I mean,
No, never.
Yeah.
Not once.
hmm
Gosh.
Not
Love
1 year has
King.
gone by. He still looks like a child. But
Matrix 4.
mhm,
Do you think
Yeah.
they're gonna do CGI on that?
probably.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm realizing now that I never finished the next topic. So, Krista, if you remember it, go ahead and talk about it. But I never finished the sentence. So,
That's really funny. I'm just gonna read it out.
We
Elizabeth
should just
Olsen.
post our script right here. Put the script. See
Elizabeth
how poorly
Olsen
keep on
was
pasting
asked
stuff to
about
your
if.
hand. Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen was asked about if
If what?
what?
So she was on Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not good with Jimmy's.
There's too many
Anyways,
Jimmys in the late night show industry.
Yeah, too many.
James Corden.
That's not Jimmy.
James. But it's close.
It's
James, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon.
Jim is short for James.
Jim
Boom.
Halpert. Anyways, so so she was on a late night talk show recently and asked about her upcoming show WandaVision, which is being released on Disney Plus on January 15th. So
7
mark your
days, a week from
calendars.
today.
We're not sponsored.
Oh my
A week from
goodness.
today.
It's a week from today.
A week
I
from
completely
today.
forgot. It's a week from today. Ah! All right. Keep on going.
So she was asked about it, and in one of the trailers, there's a wine bottle which is being focused on, and the label reads Maison de Maîtrise. Probably didn't get that right. I should
French
ask
speaker
my.
in the chat.
But basically, it translates to House of Misery, which, if you haven't been paying attention to what the plot or any rumors or theories about WandaVision, it's the name for. I'm really bad right now. I haven't been focusing on myself.
House of
Krista.
M, which is a Marvel comic.
Yeah, and it's a storyline for Wanda in which she has a complete mental breakdown, and which is a
could
big theory.
be what's happening in the show.
Yeah, the theory is that this alternate reality she's created is because of a mental breakdown, and she's trying to hold on to Vision, and hopefully we'll see Quicksilver in the show. But yeah, that's a recent theory. And in response, she didn't give out an answer. She's probably Marvel trained not to give out answers.
Unlike
But
Tom
she
Holland.
replied,
But-
Yeah.
you better be going through training.
Mm.
But she responded with, wow, props to the prop guy. Interesting.
Mm,
Not an answer, but hope for it. We'll find out in a week.
a week.
A weekend.
Oh,
Would have been a
Oh,
great
man.
transition.
I
would've
think the
been-
transition we had was great. I forgot what transition, but I'm pretty sure it was good. But yeah,
It's pretty funny.
it's pretty
It
funny.
was. Should we go over it again?
Top
Nah.
10
Nah.
what's poppin' transitions of 2020.
That'd be a great TikTok.
2021.
I'll add it to the list. At the end of this year, I'm down to do a compilation of top 10. Actually, me and John may not be hosting next semester. It might
Stop
be
it.
Krista and Ethan, if you think you're up to the challenge.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
You'll still stay, right? You and John.
Okay,
Oh, I mean,
guys.
I'll still stay.
We
Unless
got
there's
two
like
left.
a freshman or sophomore who wants in, then
But,
I'll
like,
have
we
to
can
retire.
More than 4 people, right?
We got 2 left.
All right. We've gone on for a while. Yeah. Gwen
we-
Stefani and her
You're gonna have to
ex-husband.
trim some of this down.
Yeah. Gwen
Yeah.
Stefani and her ex-husband were finally recognized as separated by what, the Catholic Church, Roman Catholic
Yes.
Church? Catholic Church.
Catholic
Okay.
Church.
There we go.
So, if you guys aren't Christian, basically, it takes, like, if you are together for so long and have kids with someone that you're married to, it takes a lot to be annulled. An annulment is basically just the church recognizing that you guys are divorced. You can legally get divorced, but you can't religiously get divorced.
Mhm.
And they've been together for a long time. I don't remember when they got married, but I know that they do have a kid together, I'm pretty sure. And so it would take a lot to finally be able to get that. And it comes after Blake Shelton proposed to Gwen Stefani. And according to a bunch of headlines I didn't read about, she asked, Blake, why didn't you do this sooner?
Hmm.
Don't you just love that moment?
I do. I'm
Yeah.
actually very glad that happened.
That
I'm
they got
happy-
annulled?
Yeah, I'm happy for her.
Yeah. I feel like marriage is weird in general. Because why does the government need to know that I'm in a relationship?
Mhm.
It don't. Just makes like banking and stuff easier.
Oh, word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, word. Yeah.
But yeah, I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God.
The government in general is like pretty crazy, especially
In the
Right.
capital.
in the capital. Everything that's happening. For context, the capital has been breached.
Mhm.
Not by
That sounds like a movie.
Not
It is a
by,
movie, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my
Um,
god.
by
But
like,
the movie where the dude steals
liberals.
the Declaration of Independence.
yeah.
We're
not
stealing
by-
the Declaration of Independence.
Not by liberals, which has been predicted over and over again, and the reason
Mhm.
that people kept saying that we needed a Second Amendment, but by angry Republicans.
More
that-
specifically,
They were trying to hold out,
supporters.
Trump supporters specifically, that were trying to stop the verification of Biden's win.
Mhm.
And so they stormed the Capitol, and there was a guy who took a photo at Nancy Pelosi's desk,
Took a
And-
photo, left hate mail, took her mail,
took her mail, and then
something
bragged
that
about it
illegal,
on
by the
social
way.
media.
Yeah, people
That's
like
very
aren't talking
illegal.
about this that much in the picture, but in the picture that was taken of him, he has placed the flag down on a cabinet. He has disrespected the flag completely.
Yep.
He's kicked his feet up on a sacred table. From what I've heard, the whole place is very. It has lots of history.
Historical. Yeah.
Historical, not sacred, historical. So he has his feet kicked up. He's disrespected the flag. He's taken a federal employee's mail. He's taken pictures of that person's desk, Nancy Pelosi.
I just want to
and-
say taking the mail is one thing, but if he's opened the mail, that is a federal charge. It
He's
is
probably opened
illegal to open someone else's mail.
it. Right.
Learned that from my mom.
So yeah,
But-
all right.
But
That
That's
is
our episode.
thankfully, the guy's
thankfully-
been arrested in
Right.
Arkansas.
right.
So he will
How did
be.
he make it all the way back to Arkansas? That's insane.
No, I think he's from Arkansas, and he just.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
all the way
I think I've seen somewhere he's from Arkansas. I don't know if they arrested him in Arkansas because I want to. I mean,
That's
That's some
crazy,
pretty-
traveling from all the
big
way over
switch.
there. And also, I want to say that some people in the state of Washington were trying to riot. I just think that's kind of funny that they went to the wrong Washington.
That is pretty funny.
all right. That is it for today. In summary, we talked about WandaVision in a week. Talked about WandaVision. We talked about a funny little Joe Keery Taco Bell horror commercial. We talked about again, on topic of horror, the horrific face job given to The Weeknd. We talked
And
about
Kim
a lot
Ye.
of... And Kim Ye. Very sad divorce on that end. We talked about a lot of heavy topics this episode, but we also had a lot of great topics. I feel like this was a pretty good episode. Very long. I'm sorry about that. But make sure to follow us or subscribe to us on whatever platform you're listening to us on so that you can stay tuned for next episode where we may have news about GTA 5 loading times on Ethan's PS5.
That's right. I've done some research. I've got the numbers cranked, and we will have a winner.
If you
We're
are a
doing
listener,
closest to it next, right?
oh wow! If you are a listener of this podcast, you know how big a deal this is, and you know that next podcast is going to be absolutely groundbreaking and amazing.
Wait, can I use my own adjective to what I think the next podcast is going to be?
You
Yeah,
can.
let's hear it.
Smashing.
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 All right, everybody.
Smasher.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube or leave us a voice message on Anchor and leave us a good rating wherever you can. Bye-bye. Toodaloo.